Hey everyone, and welcome to another live Challenger commentary from a Skill-Capped expert. This guide comes from our website, skillcapped.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches, teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. There's 14 brand new commentaries added each week, and a site-exclusive feature where our Challenger experts will answer any and all questions that you have. All of this and so much more can be unlocked at our website, skillcapped.com, so click the link in the description below, head to skillcapped.com, and get the rank you've always wanted.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Skill-Capped Smurf Commentaries. My name's Evness, I'm a Challenger to carry. As game, we're going to be playing a Lucian in Platinum Elo. Lucian got buffs on this patch quite a bit ago, and this is just going to be a commentary to demonstrate how powerful he is after his buffs. He is basically a stronger dual lane champion, much stronger dual lane champion, and a slightly weaker solo lane champion, which is very good because he's meant to be AD carry and not as a solo laner. Riot has mentioned that this is the point of. Thought ward was out of bush, pretty unfortunate. I want to ward there to watch for invade early. That does Fiddlesticks effigy not reveal wards early game? Or did he just place it at a weird time? Because I think that should have revealed the ward, but it didn't. That's really weird. So Lucian's a stronger dual lane now, and so that's going to be pretty good. We're going to be playing with a Nami. Basically the ideal Lucian duo, I would say. And we're playing against Ezreal Lulu, which is a pretty weak dual lane overall. So things could be looking pretty good in this lane. We have to apply pressure and look to use our early game advantage to get a massive CS lead or get some kills. We also have a Fiddlesticks for Hecarim jungle. Hecarim's going to have a lot more early pressure than Fiddlesticks is going to, obviously, because Fiddlesticks needs his R for a lot of his ganks. We're going to try our best not to miss any CS on the start of the game. Ezreal has one more CS than me just because he picked up the board. So it's going to be that. He's going to walk forward here. Ezreal should not be allowed to get that minion in the back, and we made him miss it, so that's going to be pretty good. Going to look to get level 2. They're going to get it first. As you can see, I am capable of dealing a lot more damage early on, and that makes this lane a lot more one-sided than it otherwise should be. The Nami buffs, the Lucian buffs, make him do a lot more damage with a enchanter. Gotta block the Ezreal Q for the Nami. Nami had a really good flash timer on her. She used her flash pretty well, so that means she gets out alive. All we had to do was use our heal and just block Ezreal's skill shots, right? That's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna farm for level 3. Gonna step up forward here. We're not actually looking to do much. We're just making sure he misses the 2 minions. And that's more than enough for our level 3 lead. We Q through the minion to damage him a little bit there. Force him to use his E. That's going to be 90 mana gone. It's always worth it to trade our E for Ezreal's E, because Ezreal's E costs 90 mana. He still has both sums though, so we can't really force anything to go on. Hecarim just died. He showed bot lane, so Fiddlesticks has the movements, the early movement to start moving early. Get through here. Good thing we land our Q on both of the enemy bot laners. That makes this a pretty scary place for them to be in, which is good. We'll Q through here because we don't have any form of way of getting those minions. Otherwise, we could W, but W does less damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and press W here. Let's do a little bit more damage. Gonna Q through here as well. Ezreal is pretty scared, I can tell. One more Q should do it, I think. So we're just gonna look for one more Q. And that's it. He's gonna die right there, just like that. And then we can just shove in this wave and look for one turret plate. Gonna get this one turret plate and start challenging our base. Since we're going against Ezreal, we can afford to go Manamune ourselves because he is a pretty passive champion, so we can afford to just go scaling. I mean, that's gonna stop us from getting our Noon Quiver, but it's gonna be fine just going for tier 2 boots. I personally really like tier 2 boots. Attack speed has a huge amount of gold value in it. I think attack speed boots is the most attack speed, like gold efficient attack speed item in the game. Someone could correct me on that if I'm wrong, but even if it's not the most efficient, it's the second most efficient, basically. So that makes it feel really nice to have. Then we can go ahead and go forward here and start the freeze. See how we're given a pretty good wave because they're pressured to basically push it because they have no control over the lane. So we can just pretty much do whatever we want with it. So this is where I freeze, and I can tell my support that she can go ahead and roam because really not much for her to do here. So, as you can see, it's pretty standard. We're just going to look to freeze this lane for as long as possible. Just get as much of a CS lead over our opponent as possible. We're also going to use our abilities. Not going to have any health pots here, so we're just going to go ahead and back off, start pushing this lane out normally. We see Hecarim chilling in bot, so it makes sense for us to push. I mean, we see Hecarim and Fiddlesticks bot, so it makes sense to push to like get pressure and roam first, basically. We're gonna have the first roam here. Pretty much guaranteed because we're so ahead. And so like Ezreal doesn't want to roam first because that will trap him in a bad scenario. Hecarim's also behind in terms of Fiddlesticks, so if Ezreal walks up in the river and then he gets flanked from both sides, it's going to be pretty bad for him. We're just going to go ahead and walk past the minion wave here. Throw out our ulti. We might as well as flash here, I think. We have heal. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I would say that was pretty bad. That play happened pretty bad overall. Like, Hecarim still bot side, and I did a lot less damage than I thought. They have heal still. I didn't account for that. They just have a lot more HP to work with. So they end up getting the play. Staying here, I think, is pretty bad because they can dive me here realistically, but since this is platinum, I don't think Hecarim's going to be sticking around, so that's why I'm basically staying here. Lulu's trying to get the kill on me, but Nami's here to give me some HP, so we're going to be completely fine. We're just picking up the wave here because this is a lot of HP and golds. I think the pings are for Hecarim. I mean, he pinged Honeyfruit, but I'm going to assume Hecarim is bot side. Based off the pings. Hecarim has no ulti, at least. We know he has no ulti. So we're going to be able to just push out this wave with the help of Nami. Just channel our base here. So because of our over-ambitious play, Nami ends up dying there. And I'm gonna go Get a new quiver now. We're just gonna go straight back to lane. Overall, lane, game states is pretty good overall. I mean, Teemo is losing to Garen, even though Teemo is Garen's hardest counter. At least that's the... That was true in the earlier seasons of League. I'm not sure anymore. Haven't seen that much Teemo in general. But Garen hasn't changed too much, and neither has Teemo, so I assume Teemo still hard counters Garen. I'm pretty sure they just warded there because they came from the river, so Fiddlesticks doesn't have the angle there. I can go ahead and pink ward the river as well to clear the ward, if anything. So at this point, we aren't pressured to shove, so we want to make sure Ezreal misses the siege minion. Ezreal misses the siege minion, so it's pretty good. Nami's just applying pressure as she should. If she lands something on Lulu, we can look for something pretty much. She couldn't land the bubble on Lulu. She also could have just pressed R because Lulu was stuck against the wall. If Nami pressed R there, Lulu will get knocked up, and then that makes the the Q land super easy. She doesn't go for the ulti first, so that means that she can't get the play off. We're gonna plate here because it's free. We just shoved in the wave. Take advantage of that. Press our W here. Get some tier stacks, I guess. Lulu was looking for that play. Lulu was looking to flash R to get the knockup, followed up by Hecarim, so that was a pretty good play from them overall. They chained their CCs pretty well, and I let them get the kill on me. I feel like they should have been able to get the Nami kill as well after, but due to some misplays, they weren't able to do that. I'm still 40 CS up, so this game is still completely fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and walk back to lane as fast as possible, make sure I pick up as much CS as I can. I didn't have E there. I thought I would EQ for that. I mean, I could slow push here, but I can also fast push and look to roam mid. I think I'm just gonna elect to slow push here because there's not too much I can do. I mean, there's a Scuttle Crab spawning, so we might want to go for that. Make sure we pick up the ward last hits as well, because that gives us the shared gold. We can just walk up straight for the Scuttle Crab, ping danger to make sure our support just doesn't die there. Then just shove this or get the Scuttle Crab, and then we can look to roam mid if it's possible. Varus has ulti. Okay, I could have pressed heal there for the Varus. That was honestly my bad. I pressed heal on Varus because I thought his HP was more than enough, but Ezreal came in and Cassiopeia burn plus ignites. It's pretty hard for him to survive that. We bait the enemy bot lane to shove forward because we're showing up in mid, so that means we're to get a free kill down bot basically. Archon's gonna pop in here. He's not gonna be able to kill me, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna press our E here as soon as it comes up. Yeah, so Hecarim there also greets for me, so it's just a ton of misplays going on from the enemy team. We're not doing too much, honestly. We're just capitalizing on the enemy's misplays. So at this point, we're going to want to pick up mid wave because Varus went top, and team's taking red. No one's answering mid wave, so we're going to go ahead and take the mid wave. Varus is 2 levels up on his lane opponents. Fiddlesticks is also ahead. Teemo's significantly behind, but bot lane being ahead as well pretty much secures this game, assuming we don't throw. there's going to be a Garen walking through mid lane for some reason. So we're going to be walking through our jungle now. It's kind of scary, honestly, because we haven't had vision for a while. Since I revealed the ward, Nami should kill it, but since Nami's not killing it, I'm going to kill it anyway. Then maybe we can look for a kill to happen. And then now Ezreal's going to want to shove bots because we showed mid, so we're going to have to walk directly bots after to pick up the wave. And then, I mean, we could try and look to proc the Scrying Orb as well, but I really don't have time for this. Just going to go straight bots. I don't think that was worth my Q, but honestly, there is not much. I don't think I could have autoed that. Let's gonna shove the wave forward now because we see Lulu mid, Ezreal can't 1v1 us, and Hecarim is topside. We just killed Cassiopeia as well. So if Garen decides to roam bot lane, he's the only thing that can kill me, but we spot Garen now as well. We go ahead and get this tower. And then we can roam mid, right? Pretty standard overall. This Teemo is a selfish player, even though he's pretty bad. Should be able to pick up Cassiopeia kill here. It's pretty straightforward. We're assuming that she doesn't have R because she is pretty low. And I feel like if she's that close to death, she would have used R. And we're to go base here and go for our Manamune. We still are lacking 400 gold, but we're gonna go for components because we're also lacking in mana right now. And I mean, Lucian usually goes Essence Reaver to get some mana in, but since we're playing against Ezreal, Muramana is obviously going to be a better scaling option, so that's why we're going Manamune, because we can afford to do so, because Ezreal is not really threatening us. We should go for Dragon, honestly. The only way they pretty much win this game is if they get the Infernal Soul or Ocean Soul. That's pretty much the two guaranteed dragons that they can get at the moment. So we want to avoid letting them be able to do that. So we're going to ward through there because we don't want to get jumped on. We're going to have a flank on Ezreal, so that's why we are... That's why we were walking forward. We had the flank on Ezreal, but he eat over the wall. Dragon should be taken, so we don't have to care about that. We just go mid. Push the mid wave, get Rift Heralds, and look to end the game pretty much. Probably off the Rift Herald if possible. We can also finish our Manamune, so that's going to be pretty good. I wanted to press the W there to get the double shot on the control word, but Nami autoed control word, so there was no point basically. I want to heal Nami, but she's out of range, so we can't do that. Okay, Varus secured it. Garen is running me down. Okay, well, I guess I should have just flashed early, because I thought Varus could help me there, but he could not. So that play ends up being pretty sloppy overall. Say we need to build into Last Whisper or Lord Dominik's because they have a lot of tanks, so Lord Dominik's is definitely going to be the way here. We want to get our Muramana. That's pretty much what we're looking to get. That's our next, like, Power Spike pretty much, and we also want to get red buff. Overall game state is okay. Still okay. I mean, it's definitely winnable. We have to make sure we don't get killed by their tanks running us down. We just used a lot of our cooldowns unnecessarily. We used Flash and still got killed. Pretty much just waiting for Silence to wear off, let Garen get in range, and if I walked any further, I think I could only flash not through the wall, and that means if I can't flash through the wall, then that means that he's gonna run up to me with his Q anyway. So I didn't think it was worth flashing there. Try to steal their red buff, I mean their blue buff if possible. It looks like Garen probably warded through here, I would assume. Get our press the attack. Just got all of this since Fiddlesticks seems to want it, so we're gonna go back mid. Try and push out mid wave. Ezreal's pushing out bots, so we need to answer that or start the Baron pretty much. That's gonna be the two macro plays we can go for. Just wait for the opportunity in which Cassiopeia is gonna be in a pretty close to death scenario, and that's pretty much when she's going to want to press her R button. Makes it super telegraphed. Should be able to kill him here. Yeah, we should be able to kill him, and then we can get the Baron, I assume. I mean, Fiddlesticks is dead, but so is their Hecarim, so I'm just going to go for this anyway. If anything, the jungler being dead makes this less expected to go for. Seems like Garen's running into the pit though. I don't think he can contest this, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this. If nothing else. Yep, so we get a free Baron here. It's only Garen, so he can't really threaten us. And he left the Baron as expected. It was just bluff basically. We're gonna go straight back mid because Fiddlesticks already picked the bot wave. We're gonna have to share this wave with Varus. Suboptimal, but it's inevitable. So we're gonna go ahead and just set up for this dragon. Should also kill this Cassiopeia if we can. She just killed my pink ward from a long time ago. We have the flank here. Hecarim no longer can do this just willy-nilly because we have Last Whisper. And we're gonna heal here because we're in a pretty scary spot. Cassiopeia should be focusing me, honestly, but for some reason she isn't. I think I'm gonna die anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna die anyway. Pretty unfortunate. Teemo decided to Rift Herald mid instead of helping us set up for Dragon. Pretty unfortunate, but I mean, I guess that's not really a macro issue. That's just me going for Lulu and then losing vision, not being able to get my double auto Q off. Because if I got to auto her before she got into this bush, I would have done a lot of damage and she would have died pretty quick. We're also pretty close to our Muramana. Also getting pretty close to our Muramana power spikes, so we're not going to be too scared. I mean, we're going to hit our power spikes and they're still very far away from a Dragon Soul, so we're not going to be too concerned. We also got an inhibitor to work with, so at this point it makes sense to go bots because Baron's spawning in 4 minutes. Baron's spawning in 1 minute, we would go top, right? So we get these towers. But since it's not, we're just going to go ahead and push in bot wave. Go ward here to make sure Garen isn't sitting in one of these bushes because he was the one split pushing this wave in, I'm pretty sure. Now we see him mid. We're just gonna push this wave in. I think Garen also used flash in the last fight to get on top of me, so that's. Hecarim shouldn't be able to kill me here. We have Varus coming in, so we should be pretty good, all things considered. We E forward there to try and get double auto Q on the Garen because he was going to get hit by Varus Q. Now it's just a matter of trying to lifesteal back some HP. Just gotta do as much damage as we can while being safe. Probably not a good idea to walk to the miasma. Take a little bit of damage there. Cassiopeia still has R, so we're gonna watch out there. We can't just E in blindly. Okay, and then we can just go ahead and get the tier 2 tower now because we worked to get the wave in and to damage the enemies, so they're gonna be too low to pretty much answer this. And we're gonna go ahead and get the tower here. Just gonna get auto anything that's free. Press our R here because I don't think Ezreal has E. I think that his E just came up. I'm gonna kill the Hecarim here because he's the furthest person up. Gale Force auto Q. Ezreal there stepped up pretty far. That makes it pretty easy for me to go for that. Then we're just pretty much just trying to go for the inhib tower here. Pretty standard, I think. Garen is just trading his HP for the tower. Ends up working because we can't kill him. But all things considered, I think we're just gonna push in the next wave and get the tower anyway. Pretty sure we should be able to. Yeah, so we're gonna get the tower here. Fiddlesticks has the ulti again. We're gonna start channeling our base because this is starting to get to a place where we're overstaying. They all respawned. Hecarim can technically run me down here if this is warded, but it's not, so we're gonna be a-okay. Mortal Reminder seems to be good here as well, so we're gonna go ahead and go for that. They have a bit of healing all across their team, pretty much. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that. And we're also gonna get the red buff here because we want to refresh our red buff duration, and we also want to go for the dragon that's spawning to make sure that they can't get it. I would say the correct macro call here would be just correct macro play here would just be get the dragon and then go for a Baron. Right there, I'm just chunking Ezreal out with my ulti. Use Gale Force to answer his E. But it's easy, a little bit farther than Gale Force, so I'm not able to land all my bullets, and he's able to get out of that alive. Just gonna go ahead and blue ward the Baron to make sure they're not on it. There seems to be a pink ward on it. That makes it pretty risky to actually go for this dragon if they are missing, but we do see like 4 of their members, so this should be okay. Hecarim's here as well, so this means that this dragon should be pretty free. Me autoing the dragon actually prevented us from getting it. Wait, I thought she used ulti. Whoops. I thought Cassiopeia used ulti already, so I just didn't care about it. Pretty bad play overall. Fiddlesticks used R because he was trying to go in, and I started hitting the dragon, which because I assumed we could just burst it down, but clearly we couldn't. I would say that's also because Fiddlesticks didn't really help us. He was channeling R for the first half of the duration dragon was spawning, and Hecarim got in close to the very end, so I don't know, just the play is completely subjective, I feel. If Fiddlesticks hops over with his R, I don't think any of us can follow up on his play as well, so I think that play was pretty much just doomed to go wrong unless we get dragon first. And then me also thinking that Cassiopeia used her... What was that? Me also thinking Cassiopeia used her R, made me go in, and then Cassiopeia uses her R button. Okay. We should be fine here. That was actually a pretty risky play to go for overall, I think. It's an objectively risky play to go for, but ends up working out because Ezreal is just really behind right now and doesn't do enough damage to punish me. I thought I'd also be able to one-shot Cassiopeia there, so that didn't work out as expected, but we still end up getting the game win, so a win's a win. And that's going to be it for this concert, pretty much. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next one.
And remember, this guide comes from our website skillcap.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. Not only that, but we release 14 brand new Smurf commentaries with cutting edge builds and meta champions every single week. And if that wasn't enough, we have a site exclusive feature where you can ask the Challenger expert any question you want, anything you're struggling with or confused about, and are guaranteed a response by them. All of this can be unlocked for as little as $5 a month and is backed by our rank improvement guarantee. That means a full refund if you don't improve. That's not all, you also get the most comprehensive League of Legends training on the internet with over 900 videos and 150 courses teaching you exactly what you need to know to improve. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below, head to skillcap.com and join the hundreds of thousands of satisfied Skillcapped members and get that rank you've always wanted.